guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I got this hair and makeup look. I hope you guys are all doing well, staying safe out there, washing those hands and everything. But hopefully this video brings a little bit of love and light into your day, kind of get away from all of the craziness that's going on. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into this tutorial. The hair that I'm going to be working with is from Lumiere Hair Company. They sent over this really pretty 613 blonde wig. I'm going to put all the details for the hair down below in the description box. And yeah, let's go ahead and start off with the hair first per usual. So originally with this wig, I wanted to go platinum blonde. So that's the reason why I'm toning the hair using this purple shampoo. You definitely don't have to do this step. I actually regret doing this step because I ended up doing like the peachy color next. Like the platinum blonde wasn't going like the way that I wanted it to. So I ended up doing like that peachy hair color. But I just wanted to make sure I included this step so you guys know everything that I did. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the hair first before I begin to dye it. I was kind of going for more of like a shoulder length type of look. So I'm gonna do a little bit of trimming first before I go in and dye the hair. I'm just gonna go straight across using some scissors, and then from there I'll go ahead and add some layers using some scissors as well as my little razor comb. So this is pretty much what the wig is looking like once I was done cutting it. I really like the length that I chose. I'm kind of glad that I cut a little bit of the hair off. It just kind of made the hair flow a little bit better. So now I'm going to go ahead and start dyeing the hair, and I'm going to be using the Kiss Temptation hair color in the shade Neon Peach. Kiss Colors just launched a couple of new hair dyes and they just sent them over to me in PR, so I was really excited to try them out. So I went ahead and used the Neon Peach color as well as their new clear formula. I mixed a bottle of the Neon Peach as well as a whole bottle of the clear to kind of thin out the shade and make it a little bit more of like that pastel peach. Pretty much like I'm just going to go through my dyeing process as I normally do. I'm just depositing the color using a brush, and then I'm going to make sure to kind of run it through using my fingers to really make sure that that hair color is like nice and saturated into the hair. I know this hair color looks super bright right now, but I promise you once I'm done washing and conditioning it, it won't look this bright. It's going to be more of like a pastel peach. So this is pretty much what the hair is looking like now that it's all washed and dried. As you can see, it pulled a lot more like pastel looking versus like that brighter color that we had originally. And that's pretty much because of like the clear hair dye that we mixed with the neon peach color. It just made it a little bit more of like that pastel shade. The front of the hair kind of pulled a little bit more pink because of that purple shampoo. So if you want more of like that orangey peach type color, just make sure you go straight in with your hair dye. Don't tone the hair like I did. I was just trying to go for a platinum blonde, and then I changed my mind and decided to go with the peach. But yeah, if you want more of like that peachy type of color, then just go ahead and skip that step. So now I'm going to go ahead and start applying this wig. As always, I'm going to be using the Got2b hairspray to secure my wig down. I already did the bald cap method off camera, so that's all done. So now I just have to secure those edges down. I'm going to use a little bit of the Got2b hairspray on towards kind of like the sideburns. I'm not going to go all throughout the hairline because as you can see, this lace is looking real snatched right now. She's looking real good. So I didn't feel the need to like secure the entire hairline. I figured just the sideburns is perfectly okay. The wig just looks so good as is, so I just figured, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and secure those sideburns and call it a day. So usually I style my hair once I'm done with my makeup, so as you can see, my makeup is done right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and add some curls in this hair using a curling wand. That'll pretty much be it for the hair. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy with it as far as styling is concerned. I just kind of wanted to add some like nice body to this hair because I'm really loving this length. It's super cute. It's like the exact length that I was going for. So I'm just gonna add some light curls onto this hair, kind of brush them out so we get like that nice, really like voluminous look. And yeah, that'll pretty much be it for the hair. I did do like a side part, but you can definitely do like a middle part. I was thinking about doing that as well, but I decided to go with the side part. Ugh, I'm so mad at myself too. I got like makeup on my lace, so it kind of like messed it up a little bit. It's not like as like clean looking as it was before, but that's my bad. Like, that's not the wig's fault, that's my fault. So yeah, anyways. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the hair, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up curling this hair, and then we can move right along to the makeup look. So now that the hair is all done, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the makeup portion, show you guys how I got this look. So I'm first gonna start off by priming my skin, of course. This is more of like I don't even know how to describe this. This is kind of like the look that I go for when I just want my skin to look super flawless. So I'm gonna start by priming the skin using the Farsali Skintune blur and just kind of spread that all over the face just to kind of make sure everything is nice and like smoothed out. All my pores are nice and smooth and everything. Then I'm gonna go ahead and prime using a second Farsali product. This is their liquid powder serum. I love using this for all of my oilier areas, so I'm gonna apply this onto the T-zone and all the areas that I typically get oily. So for me, that's like the forehead, the nose, a little bit on the cheeks, but not too much, as well as the chin. And I'm only gonna use a very small amount of this. You definitely don't need a lot. A little bit of this goes a really long way. So before I get into foundation and everything, I'm gonna do some color correcting using a Becca color corrector. This is in the shade Papaya. I'm gonna add this on all the areas that need a little bit of extra love, you know, a little bit of extra care. So for me, that's the under eyes. I'm gonna go over all of my acne scars and stuff. So usually I get those like around my cheeks and my chin. I'm also gonna add some around the mouth area because I tend to get a little bit of darkness around the mouth. And I'm just gonna apply that using a fluffier brush just to make sure that that's really well blended into the skin. Then for foundation, I'm going to be using a mixture of two foundations. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter in the shade 370, and I mixed that using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation in the shade Nutmeg. And I really love this combination. It just kind of gives the skin this really pretty, like matte, like flawless finish. And that's definitely like the look that I'm going for today. And I'm just going to apply that using a flat dense brush. This is the F80 brush from Sigma. Now that we're all done with foundation, I'm going to move on to concealer. I'm going to start off using the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer in the shade Cookie. I'm going to add that on all the areas that I want to start like highlighting and like creating some brightness. So the under eyes, a little bit around the mouth, the cupid's bow, some on the chin. And again, I'm just going to blend that in with the brush and just kind of pat it on. If I have too much concealer in certain areas, I'm just going to take my brush and pat it on the back of my hand as I go along so the under eyes don't look like too cakey, because we are going to be adding a second concealer on top. Then for my second concealer, you guys know I love to double up on concealers. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Stay Naked Correcting Concealer, and I believe this one is in the shade 50WY, but it has this really pretty like yellow undertone to it, so it works really great to add extra brightness. I'm only going to use a small amount of this on the innermost portion of the eye, and again, if you have too much product, just go ahead and dab your brush on the back of your hand to get rid of the excess. I've been loving a good cream contour, so I'm going to be using a mixture of 2 stick foundations from Black Opal. I believe these are in the shade Sweet Espresso and Warm Almond. One is a little bit warmer than the other, so it kind of helps create like that extra like warmth, like bronzy type of look. So I'm just going to go ahead and start applying that on all the areas that I want to add a little bit extra color and create some contour. Next, I want to start setting all of my concealer, and to do that, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. I believe this one is in the shade number 20. Definitely make sure you blend out any creases first before you set with powder. I have little lines on my lower lash line that like to crease while I'm like doing my makeup, so I'm just going to blend out all of those areas first and then just set all the areas that I added my concealer. Then to set the rest of the face, I'm going to go in with some MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NC50, and I'm pretty much just going to use this to set in between the contour and highlight. It's almost like a transition color. You know how you have like a transition color on the eye and then you add like your darker color and then another darker color to create some depth? It's like a transition between like my highlight and my contour, so everything kind of blends in a lot more seamlessly. Then to set that cream contour that we applied earlier, I'm going to use a little bit of Anastasia's powder bronzer in the shade Mahogany. Now it's time for some blush. You guys know I've been loving blush lately. I'm using a mixture of 2 blushes from Mercier. These are in the shades Strawberry and Sangria. So I'm just going to pop that onto the apples of the cheeks and just kind of blend it into the bronzer that we applied before. So for my face, I don't think like a really strong nose contour looks very flattering on me. So I'm just going to do a little bit of highlighting using that same Too Faced concealer. I'm only taking a small amount of concealer and just adding it to the bridge of the nose to kind of create like that illusion of a snatched nose. Moving on to brows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Ebony. And I'm definitely doing more of like a sculpted brow today. I've been kind of playing around with like my brows like these last couple of weeks, trying to figure out like what I want to do with them because I am growing them out again. But yeah, I've been really liking a more of like a, you know, sculpted brow. So yeah, that's pretty much the shape I'm gonna go for. I'm just gonna create a line at the top, a line at the bottom, and just do some faux brow hairs in between just to basically even out the brow and fill in any sparser areas. Then using a little bit of Anastasia's clear brow gel, I'm gonna add that to the brows as well, just to make sure that the hairs stay in place. Now it's time to highlight. I'm going to be using the Be Perfect Sub-Zero palette that they did in collaboration with Mitchell. I'm going to be using one of the gold shades from this palette and just kind of highlighting the nose. You guys know I haven't really been like highlighting my entire face like recently, just kind of been like highlighting the nose, but I'm just going to add some to the bridge, to the tip of the nose, as well as the sides. Moving back to the eyes, I'm going to start lining that waterline using a beige, like nude type of liner. This one is from Japanesque. I've been really loving this one. It's their Velvet Touch eyeliner in the shade Waterline Nude. And yeah, I'm just going to pop that onto the waterline. It's just going to really open up the eyes and make sure that they're nice and bright. Then for mascara, I'm using the Laura Mercier Caviar Mascara. I'm just going to add a couple of coats of that onto my top lashes first to prep for my falsies. And the false lashes that I'm using today are from Crystal Lashes. These are my go-to lashes lashes when I'm doing like these type of like no eye makeup looks. They're just so cute. They kind of flare out the ends. They're really full and they just really like open up the eyes if you curl them with like lash curlers. So once I have my mascara on, I'm just gonna pop those on using some tweezers, just kind of press them into my natural lashes so there's no like gaps or anything like that in between and you can't see like my skin. And yeah, once I have my lashes on, I just add that same mascara onto my lower lashes. So this is a step that I've kind of added into my routine more recently. I'm going to be using these individual lashes. These are like the shortest ones that you can find. I just bought these from my local beauty supply store, but you can pretty much just buy them anywhere. I'm going to add 2 little clusters on the outer corner of my lower lash line. And I don't know, I just really love the way that this looks. I just think it's so cute. It just kind of makes the eyes look more like doll-like. I don't know, but I've been really loving this step. And now it's time to apply our dots. This is of course inspired by Aaliyah's face. She always has like these super cute white dots that she applies. So I have all of these colorful liners that were sent to me from Ofra Cosmetics. So I'm going to do a pink dot using a Suva Beauty Hydra FX liner mixed with some white eyeliner from Ofra. And then all the other dots are just basically liners from Ofra Cosmetics. I'm going to do a pink and yellow dot on the lower lash line and then do a green and blue one on the eyelid. Moving on to lips, I'm going to be lining my lips using 2 pencils from ColourPop. The first one I'm using is Pitch. This is a discontinued lip liner, but someone mentioned in the comments in one of my previous videos that the Makeup Shayla lip liner that she did in collaboration with ColourPop, I think it's BFF4, is like the new version of Pitch. But I'm gonna go ahead and line first using Pitch, and then I'm also gonna use BFF3, which is a little bit lighter, just to kind of help blend like that darker lip pencil into my liquid lipstick. It's just gonna give it like a really nice like kind of transition. Then to fill in the lips, I'm gonna use a mixture of 2 liquid lipsticks also from Ofra Cosmetics, and these are in the shades of Manila and Nude Potion. I'm using Manila first all over the lips, and I'm just going to blend that in using a fluffy brush. And then Nude Potion, I'm just going to use a small amount of this on the center of the lips. It's a little bit lighter than my previous shade, so it's going to kind of give the lips a little bit of like that extra pouty look. And of course, you want to make sure you set everything with some setting spray. I'm using this 24-hour setting spray from Cover FX. I'm just going to do a few pumps of that and just make sure to dry it all the way down using my fan. And that is pretty much it for this look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this hair and makeup tutorial. I feel like it's a little bit shorter than all of my other ones, but the look still came out super cute in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I really hope you enjoyed. Make sure you guys are staying safe and healthy out there. Know that I love you, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.